All right, let's jump right in. Something huge just dropped in the world of artificial intelligence. We're talking about a new partnership between AMD and OpenAI. And honestly, the scale of this thing is just, well, it's going to blow your mind.
Take a look at this number, 6 gigawatts. Just let that sink in for a second. That is the absolutely colossal amount of computing power at the very heart of this new deal. It's an almost unimaginable amount of energy, and it's all going to be dedicated to one thing, building the next generation of AI.
And here's the headline that puts it all into context. AMD and OpenAI are officially teaming up. This isn't just for one project. It's a multi-year, multi-generational agreement to deploy that 6 gigawatts worth of AMD's most powerful GPUs. This is, without a doubt, one of the biggest AI infrastructure deals anyone has ever seen.
So you hear a 6-gigawatt deal, and you're probably thinking, what on earth does that even mean? Let's break down the fundamentals of what this agreement is really all about.
Okay, first things first. A gigawatt is a billion watts. So we're not just talking about counting computer chips here. We're talking about the raw, sheer electrical power that's needed to run all of them at the same time. This is computing muscle on the scale of a national power grid. It's massive.
Now you gotta understand, they aren't just flipping a switch on this thing tomorrow. There's a whole roadmap. It's a phased approach. The first big push, 1 gigawatt, is slated to kick off in the second half of 2026, and that'll be using AMD's Instinct MI450 Series GPUs. But that's just the start. This is a long-term play, with the ultimate goal of hitting that full 6 gigawatt target over time.
All right, so that's the what. We get the scale. But the how? Oh, this is where it gets really interesting. The way this deal is put together goes way beyond just a simple shopping trip for hardware.
And you really need to get this. This is so much more than OpenAI just buying a truckload of chips from AMD. They're calling it a deep collaboration on both hardware and software, and it's going to span multiple generations of products. These two companies are going to be working hand in hand, sharing secrets to make sure their future plans are perfectly optimized for these insane AI workloads.
So how do you make sure two giants like this stay completely locked in and working together? Well, they're using a really clever financial tool, a stock warrant. Let's break it down nice and simple. Step 1. AMD gives a warrant to OpenAI. Step 2. As OpenAI hits its targets for deploying the GPUs. And Step 3. They start earning actual shares of AMD stock. It's a brilliant way to make sure everyone's pulling in the exact same direction.
And the size of that incentive? Get this. We're talking about up to 160 million shares of AMD stock. That is not just a little bonus. It's a massive potential stake in the company. It's a powerful guarantee that both sides are in this for the long haul.
But, and this is a big but, these shares aren't just a giveaway. They have to be earned. You can see the conditions right here. OpenAI has to actually hit those deployment goals all the way up to the full 6 gigawatts. And on top of that, it's also tied to AMD's own stock price hitting certain targets, plus a bunch of other technical goals. It's all about shared success. If one wins, they both win.
Okay, so we've got the what and the how. Now for the most important part, the why. What is the grand vision here? What's driving this thing? For that, let's just hear what the leaders of both companies had to say.
When you really boil it down, this is what you'd call a perfect win-win. For AMD, they lock in a huge strategic partner, which is going to help them design their future chips, and it cements them as a true leader in AI hardware. And for OpenAI, they get the keys to a kingdom of AI compute power, with guaranteed access to the best hardware for years to come.
AMD's incredible CEO, Dr. Lisa Su, she put it perfectly. She called it a partnership that enables the world's most ambitious AI buildout. You can just feel the scale of that ambition in her words.
And then you have OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, who ties it right back to their core mission. For him, this isn't just about hardware. It's about getting the power they need to unlock AI's true potential and, as he says, bring the benefits to everyone faster. It's all about speed and access.
And OpenAI's president, Greg Brockman, he really drives that point about deep integration home. He says building the future of AI needs collaboration across every layer of the stack, from the silicon in the chip all the way to the AI models themselves. This is not a simple transaction. They're building this future together.
So, let's pull back for a second and look at the even bigger picture. What are the ripple effects of a deal this huge financially and for the future of AI around the world? First up, let's talk about the money because the numbers are just staggering. According to AMD's own CFO, Jean Hu, this partnership is expected to bring in tens of billions of dollars in revenue, a single deal. That's not just big, that's a company-defining anchor for their entire AI business for years to come.
But really, at the end of the day, this all points to one massive, powerful goal. They're building the fundamental infrastructure to handle our planet's growing hunger for AI. This isn't just another data center. This is the engine that's going to power the next wave of human innovation.
And that leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? AMD and OpenAI are creating one of the most powerful computing resources in human history. They're building the power source. So now we all get to wonder, what in the world are they going to build with it?